I have a PhD in theoretical chemistry. And today I am the co-founder and CEO of Symptolab, which is a digital platform that helps with early diagnosis and disease management of endometriosis. So what is endometriosis? Endometriosis, it's a woman disease. It's a chronic, progressive, multi-systemic disease that causes inflammation in inner organs. So you can just imagine how painful this disease can be. We know today that the patient can suffer on average from a number of 30 symptoms. A few more numbers about endo. 1 of 10 women suffer from endometriosis. 1 of 10, it's a crazy number. It's about 10 million women in the US and about 176 million in the world. And yet it takes about 12 years to diagnose this disease. This late diagnosis and mismanagement of this disease is estimated in about $120 billion annual economic burden for both the patients and the healthcare system. An endometriosis patient myself. I'm suffering from endo for more than 25 years now. Yet I was diagnosed only 6 years ago. 2 years prior to my diagnosis, my health condition got so bad that I basically spent 2 years of my life in bed. And at that point, I started thinking, maybe I should start using my own mathematical skills from the chemistry world and try to understand why am I in such a bad condition. And at that point, I started looking for patterns and correlations in my symptoms, and I got to the diagnosis of endometriosis. But that was just the beginning. I kept using this methodology to go symptom by symptom, to find the pattern of each of these symptoms, and by doing so, to find the underlying cause of this symptom. And by doing that, I help my doctors to find an accurate and targeted treatment per symptom. And at that point, I finally got my life back. And I started thinking, how can I use the same methodology to help other patients to get control over the disease, to get control over the pain, over the life? And this is how Symptolab started. So what we're doing in Symptolab, we're using mathematical modeling to find patterns, correlation, predictions of symptoms. And the idea is that it can help us with early diagnosis, and it can create an effective disease management tool that would improve the quality of life of all of these patients. Who are the users? The users are the patients. These are the ones we're helping. Who's going to pay for that? Both patients and the insurance companies, because these are the ones we're saving money. Our estimation is that we can save both the patient and the healthcare system together about $5,000 per patient per year. So if you're going to look on the entire endo community, or the 10 million patients, we're estimating the saving for about $50 billion per year. Now going into the revenue for the company, we're using a subscription model, and just by looking on 1% from the entire endo community, starting with patients that are going to be the payers, we're estimating the total revenue on about $20 million per year. Going into the long term, when we get an FDA approval and we're working with insurance companies as the payers, we're estimating the revenue to be $60 million per year. So we're currently finishing our first clinical trial. We're continuing for the second clinical trial in 2025 together with Cornell, which will bring us to a first product in the market in 2026, where we can expand the capacity of the patient from 50 to 5,000, which will bring us into an FDA approval. And once we got to that point, the transformation of the algorithm from endometriosis to basically any disease that is triggered by hormones is very trivial. So here you can see just a few examples for a few diseases we're looking at, and you can just imagine that each of these diseases is a market opportunity by its own. So what I'm saying here is that for us, endometriosis is just the beginning. Our vision is to help any woman who suffers from any disease that is triggered by hormones, to get her a way to control her life, control her pain, her disease, and to improve the quality of life of all of these women. This is the team that's working on this project for more than 2 years. I just want to point my co-founder, Alon, my brother, has more than 20 years of experience as a DBA and cloud architect. And our head of advisory board, Dr. Naomi El-Haddad, she's the chair of the bioinformatics department in Columbia University. And thank you. If you want to join us for this journey, we'll get more details.